Join me, TheDerpyWhale, as I take a deep dive into Minecraft's most iconic mob, the Creeper. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I want to make more of these kind of videos, so let me know in the comments what mob or concept I should cover next. But for now, let's focus on how what started as a glitch in the code became one of Minecraft's biggest marketing tools. When a skeleton or stray gets the last hit on a creeper, it'll drop a random music disc, excluding Pigstep. This was actually part of the 11W50A snapshot, which was part of the 1.1 release, back in 2011. But we all know this, right? What if I told you there was an easier way to collect hundreds of music discs using the same method? Well, when a skeleton shoots an arrow through lava and it hits some TNT and ignites, the game treats this as skeleton damage, so when the creepers blow up, they drop all the discs. Gone are the days of trying to juggle creepers and skeletons around your build. When a creeper has a potion effect active and then blows up, it will actually leave behind a lingering potion of the same effect. The creeper explosion sound used to sound like this. Much scarier in my opinion. You can actually reduce the detection ranges of creepers. When wearing a creeper head, the detection range of the creeper is actually reduced by a whopping 50%. Sadly for you Bedrock Edition players though, this one is Java Edition only. The hiss you hear from a creeper is actually the same sound file used for when a block in TNT is primed. Code just takes that file and then messes with it and lowers the pitch. Creepers were added back in 2009 and they were a much darker green back then. This makes them one of the oldest mobs still in the game today. Sorry human mobs, you will be missed. There just wasn't enough room for two awesome mobs in the game at the time. Creepers were actually added into the game by complete accident. They started off as a coding error when Notch was supposed to be creating the very first starting code for the pig mobs. Notch loved the unique shape and concept so much that he actually kept them in the game, and after many different variations we ended up with the iconic creeper mob that we love today. It's crazy to think that one of Minecraft's most iconic features and what has become their biggest marketing tool was a complete mistake. If you left click a creeper whilst in game mode 3, you can actually experience life as a creeper. Spoiler alert, it's very green. If a player has the invisibility effect and isn't wearing any armor, the creeper does not approach the player. Although attacking it or touching it will cause the creeper to explode. So if you want to be extra careful around creepers, the invisibility potion might just be your best friend. You just have to remember it's an invisibility potion and not an invincibility potion. Creepers have actually been featured in The Simpsons. Season 25 and episode 17 featured Moe in a very familiar creeper style. Creepers have also been featured in many, and I mean many, different games. To name a few, we have Borderlands 2, Octodad, Awesome Noughts, Terraria, and Evoland 2. You can actually force explode creepers with a flint and steel, but I'm not sure why you'd want to do this because you have to get quite close to the mob. Charge creepers have this charge effect around them at all times, and even after throwing a vanish potion on them you can still see the effect. Creepers are one of the most farmed mobs in the game, which is not very surprising given how much fun TNT is and how useful gunpowder can be for fireworks and your elytra. A YouTuber by the name of IllMango actually built and designed one of the biggest creeper farms ever to be made, yielding a whopping 1 million gunpowder per hour. Very impressive indeed. On Monday, June 18th, 2012, a creeper was actually sent to space, a collaboration between the University of Southampton's Physics Society and the Cambridge University Spaceflight Society. They deemed it necessary to make a creeper spacebound. The images they posted on their website are actually really cool, but what does this have to do with the actual mob in the game however? Well, literally nothing, I just thought it was an awesome fact. It's not just players that creepers will blow up. If a creeper is attacked by any other mob, the creeper will actually move towards it and actually blow up the mob that attacked it. Which is why sometimes you'll just hear a random creeper explosion because somehow a skeleton has aimed for you but hit a creeper in the process. In 2019, nerd creepers were briefly added into the game as part of an April Fool's update. They rocked a very classy lab coat and glasses, but their time in the game was short-lived. When a creeper is struck by lightning, it becomes a charged creeper. And when a charged creeper kills a zombie, skeleton or spider, it will actually drop their mob heads. If you want the creeper head, however, you need to go one step further. If a charged creeper kills another charged creeper, that's when it will drop their head. Creepers are very scary mobs, and can ruin your builds and have been the cause of many lost hardcore survival worlds. They won't flinch when you have sharpness 5 and full netherite armor, they'll go straight for you, but the one thing they hate and will make them run away screaming is a cat or ocelot. So keep that in mind, it's always a good idea to have a few cats or ocelots around your base, especially your chest rooms. Plague Inc., another game, actually referenced creepers in a news headline titled "Creepers Arrested for Destruction of Virtual Property." It seems like every game and TV show out there loves to reference Minecraft. When a creeper's within 3 blocks of a player, it will start the explosion process. It first stops moving, and then starts hissing, and then afterwards it will flash. It will then begin to expand and explode after 1.5 seconds. Depending on your difficulty will decide how much it can damage you, but you actually have around 2 seconds to exit out of the 3 block zone. You can actually do that by jumping away or just by punching the creeper outwards. It might not fully stop the creeper, but for every half block you push it away from you, the damage it can do to you drastically lowers. The destruction of a creeper isn't random, and for every block it breaks in the explosion, there's actually a 1 in 3 chance of the block dropping in its item form, meaning technically you could get every single block back after a creeper explosion. That's if you're lucky enough. When creepers were first added, they didn't originally explode to hurt you, they'd actually jump at you and only explode if they died. It was after a few updates that Notch decided to make them blow up as their main attack. Charged creepers are no joke, they can actually one-shot you, even if you're in full protection 4 diamond armor. The only way to survive is blast protection 4, and even then the full will probably kill you. Let me know in the comments guys if I missed out a fact you happen to know about creepers, and also let me know what mob or concept I should cover next. If you made it this far into the video and you're still listening, you must have enjoyed it, right? So please make sure you've left a like and consider subscribing. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I have 2 more videos on screen I think you would enjoy.